So we're in our day 7 of snowpocalypse. Basically, we got about an inch to an inch and a half of snow, and then it froze up. But this is Huntsville, Alabama, so I didn't move to the south for this shit. Get off my lawn. Right now, it's just a snowfield. So, being that I am working with a Slotex NASCAR track, and they did come with banks, and I did install the banks earlier, but then I was looking at the rest of the track, and I don't have enough of the bank material, which you guys can see up underneath here, these little plastic things. I'll install them in another one. So, don't know if this is a good idea, but I have a bunch of microfiber tiles that I've laid up kind of angular. So one of the things that we're going to do today is we're going to wipe down the track just with some water. That's all we really need to do. So it's basically just damp the rag. It's like literally just, and it's just to get all the hair and the dust and everything off of it. And being that we do have dogs, and we generally do not have the dogs in here, but the hair still gets in here. It's a husky. So later on I'll do another video of our track, or how I polish the tracks and clean them up. But that's just with a little bit of water. Hi, Miss Pickle. And Miss Pickle has decided to join us. So I did a little bit of tuning, as you saw earlier in the video, on my Beetle. And it's not quite the way I want it, but we'll get there. Pardon me, I think I have a screw loose, and I'm not really actually kidding on that one. So one of the things I noticed, at the bottom here, I've got that little bit of ridge, and here it's flush. So I have not been able to get this screw back in. But one of the things I did on this car is I changed where the driver was. You saw in the earlier video. There we go. So now that's sort of back down. But one thing you'll notice is actually sitting higher on one side. So that means it's sitting lower on this side. I was trying to set it up the other way, it didn't quite work, but by changing where the driver's weight was, which was this little tiny plastic thing that was glued in there, and you saw me glue it into the back seat. So I'm at 25%, and I can get it to slide off. See what I mean? So that's a surprise I've got in for the missus. That this car will actually move really well with a balance of weight. So it's not necessarily about adding weights or adding magnets, or I just basically move the original weight of the car around, and that seemed to help. So in most Beetles, they have a rear weight ballast. In this, the weight ballast is about here. That's where the motor is. That's the heaviest part of the entire thing. So what I did is I went ahead and shifted it back just to give me a little bit more stability in the back. So if you've ever driven a pickup truck in the snow, if you don't have weight on the back side of it, like sandbags or anything, the back end's going to get a little squirrely. So that's what we're trying to fix. So I'm going to go through and reset all of this so I can get that same raised tire part on that side, so it's actually leaning in on the track. So we'll come back after I take the support. And the missus will be so surprised by the Beetle. Okay, grab some more. So basically we're just trying to figure out if this track actually needs it. This is all the testing. I really want to surprise the wife on this one. I know this is a longer video, but it's about playing with slot tracks. It's, you know, it's making them better. Much higher bank now. Might actually have to go even more. So one of the things we do want to keep it level. Probably a little bit more in here. And yeah, we are going over underneath the struts at this point. A good 30-degree bank. Going to the straightaway, I think I'm going to add some. Once I get out all the woods, I'm actually going to have a full track layout. That'll be really fun. So we are completely missing everything down here. I don't know why. One more. I am almost out of towels. That is surprising. I think the next time I do this, it's going to be out of foam. Just because I can actually sculpt it. Let's do a temporary measure. So this is basically a weight that has been machined and then painted. Put a handle put on it. Then it was machined for fabric. You actually get seams to run right. Okay, so we're at 25% and right off the track. Oh Lord, it just launches. So while this bank is good, I need to have a bigger bank here. Let's give this a try. I really want to surprise the missus. Yep, didn't come off there. So this is 25%, folks. It's just the weight distribution and then adding the weights to it. Oh my God. Normally we can barely get these things to move at 25%. Now I'm going to smack the walls. Yep, something's all right. Yep, piece of shit. So the other thing you'll notice, one, wheelbase, much different. Weight, much different. Width of tires, much different. These things are much more stable on this track. That's why it's so much fun. So we'll have the misses. We're gonna play.